p.m. And I'd like to call to order the Monday, May 18th, 2015 meeting of the Ayer Board of Health. We have no public, once again, so no public input, I will assume, unless someone's phoning it in. Bridget.
Hang on a minute, if I might.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I would like to amend the agenda for just a couple of minutes. Well, for one thing here, we have a public hearing on the trash hauler regs at 6:30.
Yes.
And then it says adjourn public hearing. Once you adjourn anything, you're done for the evening. I would like to propose, right after we listen to Bridget, that we reorganize, but with you, Madam Chair, continuing to chair this meeting.
Okay.
And that way, as soon as we're done, the
Right,
public
then
hearing,
it's all done.
we close the public hearing.
Okay, that's fine. I was kind of not really sure about that myself, so
Okay.
I was winging it there.
So I'd like to address the board reorganization after we hear from Bridget, if that's all right.
That is fine
with the two of you.
So
Do you need a second?
it's going to move it up.
Second
Yeah,
is
I
fine.
guess like second.
I actually have another proposed discussion point around the agenda in that our minutes from the last meeting imply that Bridget would be on at 6:15. And so I just didn't know if we needed to be consistent with that versus how the agenda is proposed. We had her on at 6:15 in case she wanted to show up later, and I just
Right, that's right. You know, when I do these, I tend not to think about that they have to go in a specific order.
Right.
So
Well, I know, it's just, I mean, our minutes say 6:15, which is
You're-
fine. I mean, it's
No, you're
it's
right,
the chair's
right.
discretion, by the way, so, but,
Yeah.
because these minutes
Well-
aren't public yet.
Well, I think we did say.
But it was more to give Bridget the opportunity to come in
Correct.
later.
So the minutes themselves are correct.
Right.
It's-
Oh, yeah, the minutes are fine.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
questioning whether we should just have Bridget at the end of all of our other discussion points before the public hearing, but it doesn't matter to me.
We can do that. When do you want to go, Bridget?
That doesn't matter to me. I'm here for the long haul.
So-
For the duration?
So, I see what you're talking about. So if Bridget is all right, we could do our minutes and then do the
All of the administrative
reorganization
stuff
all
and then
that
get
stuff.
her.
And
I get
then
you.
So
I
our
get you.
open-ended discussion with
Sure.
her might lead us up to 6:30.
This is true. That's a good point.
All right.
Okay, so in that case, are we doing reorg first or minutes first?
I
Doesn't
would
matter, I don't think.
make a motion that we approve the minutes of May 4th, 2015.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And these are the ones to sign, correct? Without the... Okay, good.
I had them, I don't know why I didn't see them.
There you go.
Sorry.
Okay, minutes are done.
All right. So,
Okay.
since I brought up the reorganization, I would just like to say a couple of things if I might.
You certainly may.
Okay. Normally on a 3-member board,
Yeah.
it seems to be that each person has their term as chair. And last year I nominated you. You seemed shocked, Madam Chair, when I nominated you.
I felt unprepared, but...
kind of almost passed out, but fortunately there's a back to the chair, and I don't know why, because you had been on for a year and a half, and I felt it was your turn to do that. And in the past, since I've been on the board, I got appointed in 2005 when Laurie Fritz moved out of town. And there was another new member. So we had the current chair, and we both said we're new to the board, and we asked her to stay on for a couple of years. But that was our choice.
Yeah.
And then over the course of time, when the prior two members had jobs out of town, they asked me to stay on, and I said, fine, that was their wish. So I would like to propose that, I have my own personal reasons, and they're mine, and they'll stay mine, that Heather, if she can, because I go by the theory that if you want something done, always ask a busy woman. And I know she has a busy job, and I know she's going to school now. I would like her to assume the chair again this year if she's willing to do that, and I'll move that.
Well, Mary.
Nothing like putting somebody right on the spot.
I'm up for it. I was happy to serve the first term as chair. I came onto the board and served as chair pretty quickly. I think I did a pretty good job at the time. I am in school. It doesn't mean I can't do the job as chairman. Yeah, all right. That's fine. I'll accept your nomination.
I will second that
Whew.
nomination, subject to your
Yeah.
feeling that you want to take it on. Yeah.
You got to call the vote though, because you're still
Okay.
chairman until otherwise.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so
And there's
Wow.
a couple of other things, if I could. We've had different hours except on the board, according to what we had for administrative hours, and of course town hall hours have changed too, but ours is an office that's public.
yeah,
So we have to be open for the public. We also, and I don't know whether you know this, but it's part of the personnel policies, and it's also part of the clerical union contract, that a performance evaluation has to be done every year. There's a form there. There should be the other. I did the last one when I was chair, and I did say to the town administrator at the time, this evaluation form really seems more geared to a big company. So some of the things that I didn't think were applied, I just put NA, but there is a part for the administrator to do, and then for the employee to
Okay.
write too. So at the time, and we had one upstairs, and then I gave the other one to the town administrator for the files. Now, he told me at the time that the personnel board was supposed to be working on a different form. I don't know what's happened because we didn't have any personnel board for a
Sure.
while. So,
Well, so I guess my question for you, Mary, is the office is open Tuesday, Thursday. Is that correct, Jane?
Yes, it is.
And the hours are?
From 9 until 2. Those
And-
are the official
Right.
hours.
What's the other, so now that I'm chairman, you didn't work under me when I was first served as chairman, but I typically come in every Tuesday.
Okay.
But my question for you is, what is the other day that you're here?
Well, that varies because, like on Mondays, I come in around 2, and so I
On a
put in
board
my-
meeting day, you
Yeah.
mean? Okay.
I will
So
come in
on
on
meeting
Monday.
weeks, you work on Mondays?
Yes, Monday afternoons.
And then on non-meeting weeks, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
On non-meeting weeks, what day do you come
I
in?
generally work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay, that's what I was
Well,
looking for.
okay, I'm losing it here, if I might. So we have 15 hours,
Right.
and if you, Monday,
So on a meeting week, she works today,
mhm.
and then she works Tuesday and Thursday.
But why do you need to come in at 2 o'clock, I guess, when Bridget is here until 11, and we don't meet till 5:30, is my
Okay.
question. When I just said ours is more an office that should be open
Right.
for public.
Sure, sure.
And also another thing is that we always have to be careful too, because, and this is part, and you know this, Heather, is part of, I think, state and federal law. If you work if you work more than 6 hours, you have lunch,
Right.
but it's
right.
unpaid.
I understand.
So,
Okay, so I guess the first question though, let's have a dialogue, because I mean, why not? We're all here, right? So why do you come in Tuesday? So I wasn't chairman, and I don't know whether it was cleared with you or not. I don't know. Typically, we as a board have always agreed by consensus when there's been a change to how the office is manned. And so because you have one chairman, but basically 3 people on the board. So when you, is it just, you come in on Monday afternoon and work like 2 until 5:30? I mean, what are you doing on Mondays?
Well, like, I get ready for the meetings, and usually there's quite a bit to do, because bear in mind, I haven't been here since Thursday. So I frequently have things I have to deal with, like dog bites, or, things I have to follow up on, or I have to get the messages off the phone. Today I was scrambling because I had some things to get ready, because things had changed in the fowl department
Yeah.
since Thursday. So I generally, it takes me, a while to get ready for the meeting. I like to
Okay.
be organized, and there are things that come in. I like to check the email and
Yeah, the
take
Friday,
some time.
Monday
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Okay.
and yes, Bridget's here, but sometimes Bridget leaves me some stuff to follow up
Yeah.
on, and
Okay.
it's,
So on meeting weeks, you're here on Mondays, and non-meeting weeks, you're here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
yes.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I'll be down, I typically come down late Tuesday morning. I don't show up at your doorstep at 9. I give you a chance to kind of come in and turn the lights on and get your computer up. So typically I'm in about 11:30,
Okay.
give or take, depending on my work schedule. One of the things that I would like to do, and I'm just taking the time because we have some, is I'd like to delegate a couple of the things that this board manages, because I am in school and I do need to recognize that and in order to do any job well, you have to be able to recognize your limitations. If you could still act as the board's liaison on animal-related issues, you don't have to take the lead. If anybody needs to be the heavy, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
But because you've established a rapport
Yeah,
with
that's
the
fine.
police,
Yep.
with Carlene,
Yep.
as well as the process. I don't want to come in and screw it up, because I handed it to you before it started boiling last year. And so I
simmer
actually have
down
to, yes,
at
that
present,
was
yeah.
my thought. And
Yeah.
then to still have Mary act as our liaison to Neshoba
Yep.
Executive Board.
And
And then if
mine
you could do
keeping
the
the
RAB
Devons,
stuff.
the RAB.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
makes
okay.
sense. So there's
That'd be great.
continuity
Yeah,
there.
great. All right, that's perfect. And I'm happy to tag team with you on animal things, but
Yeah.
if there's kind of a system in place, it's always challenging when we do change chairman every year. There's a challenge
Right,
to that,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Because the police and fire just get your number and then
Yeah,
we change chairman
yeah,
again.
yeah, I
And
get
so, but we can work together on it.
Yeah, sure.
So, okay,
And
great.
we'll probably have a new animal control officer
Right.
shortly as
So what
well,
I would
so-
like to do, that being said, by the way, is I would actually like to have it, and we can talk about that towards the end of the meeting. I would actually like to convene a nice little get-together with the animal control officer, the animal inspector, and the Board of Health. The chief can be here if he wants. I think in order to do a job well, you
Yeah.
have to have, that partnership to me seems critical. And in all due respect, without any characters being named, it was a little bit broken in the past. And if this is
Yeah.
an opportunity to reestablish that partnership, it's a win-win for the residents that we serve.
Right.
And
Yeah,
so if you
I
do
agree.
catch wind of a new staff person being hired over there for animal
Yeah.
control, just let me know. I'm happy to set it up
Okay.
I'm happy to set the
They've
meeting up.
advertised it.
Okay, I know it's been advertised,
Advertised,
yeah.
but I don't see it on the agenda for tomorrow night, selectmen's meeting, so perhaps they
All right.
haven't had anybody approve.
Yeah, I don't think there has been.
Great. All right.
Okay, great.
So, does 11:30 work for you on Tuesdays? Okay, because this is a partnership too now, you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Whatever.
Yeah. If that
Dan
changes,
can
I'll
tell
let you
I'm
know.
here.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
welcome to come on.
Yeah.
All right, great. Perfect. All right. So mail?
So, actually, along
Oh,
those
please.
same lines, I'd like to nominate Mary to continue as clerk.
Oh, right, we needed to
We need a
reorg
clerk. And I think
second.
Mary does one of the
Second.
best note-taking jobs I've ever
Second.
seen.
You don't even have to say anymore, I second.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Voting for yourself, there we go. Okay.
Great.
Okay. I am going back to member.
Shake
Now, when does
Shake
that take effect?
right now.
Right now,
She's-
let's change seats.
No, we
I'm
can
gonna
we'll
do
sit
these
as
said that you would.
you'll
Yeah.
run the public hearing.
At the end of the,
Yeah,
at the
that's
end of the
right.
trash hauler, we'll do the magic handshake
That's right.
and power will be transferred.
That's
Excuse me, may I just ask a question, because you just said trash hauler? Refresh my memory, because I reviewed, it seems as though we talked about this for 3 years. I know we didn't, but it was so intense because we looked at so many different
It
regs.
felt like a long time.
It did.
Yeah.
Did we say that the charge, the permit charge, would be with the permit application and not in the
Yes.
regulations? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't have to change the reg
Yeah.
if we changed our fee structure. Like if we changed the fees,
We
A
have
year
it
from
in,
now.
yeah, I know we have it in the regs that we
Yeah.
have the right to change it and we'll
Yeah.
notify them in 60 days. And I said to Bridget, I think we put that fee, and it's $100.
That's
in
what we
the-
talked about for, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
for this.
with the
And it's
permit.
on here that it's gonna, right, it'll be on the website before.
Okay.
By October
It
1st.
might, and Bridget said might be a good idea with the regulations, just to have a copy of that permit application.
Ah, that's right. I have to finish that, which I don't mind doing.
So if somebody comes in and picks up a copy of the regulations, that they have everything there.
Yeah.
Very good idea, Bridget.
Sometimes I have them.
Yeah, I started putting this into an application format and then just kind of drizzled off into not finishing it. So I will revive that. Okay. Now, Bridget? Oh, no, we're waiting on Bridget stuff. Yeah. I have too many arrows
That's
on my,
all right.
okay, so let's look at mail. Let's look at mail. So this, I think you might have been.
oh, I remember this property.
Yeah. This letter here from the counselors in, where are they actually? In Boston, D'Ambrosio Brown. Could you just forward that to Robert and say, you know, it's something that really would kind of be handled on a town level?
Okay.
It was a kind of a solicitation email from a law firm that has handled some things like the things that it looks like we talk about in executive sessions. And I think we're just sending it out to people that they had identified on websites as possible.
I bet they already have this. I would certainly keep this copy for our files, this
Okay.
original.
Or ask Robert if he,
I'm sure he has a copy, but I
ask if
would,
he has stuff from them. Yeah, and we could also keep a copy too.
well, I think anything that comes to us, we should keep the original. It's my thought. Yeah.
Okay. Do we hear anything back from Mr. Matthews?
No. And I will discuss all this when we get to the foul.
Yeah, all right, we'll handle that with the rest of the
Yeah.
foul, okay. And then there's Coalition for Responsible Retailing.
It's just a follow-up.
Yeah,
I
I
put
got it.
that in there for comic relief, I guess.
There's also a lot of talk right now about people pushing FDA, because FDA does have the authority to regulate e-cigarettes, and they haven't really taken the lead with that yet, but they're getting a lot of pressure. So there's a lot of things going on that I think could affect regulations at a higher level.
Remember I said
Now.
that back
Yep.
a couple of months
Yeah.
ago, that was in the news.
Yeah, so we've kind of got it at the state level, we've got the federal
On that
level.
old-fashioned thing I listened to called the radio.
That's right.
What do you know?
Yeah, I know. A couple of months ago. And then I read it even in the newspaper, that thing that nobody reads.
Oh, not me. If
So-
I don't get my newspaper in the morning, my whole day is thrown off. I love my newspaper. Okay, any bills?
Yes.
Ah. I'm getting really too used to that.
I
No
know,
bills.
no bills. We're gonna, we have not gotten bill from the newspaper yet, but we will probably next week.
Okay.
It was in the mail today. I
No,
saw
it
it in the
wasn't.
box.
Did you open it?
No, of course I didn't open it. It just
Well,
said Lowell Sun.
Yeah, there was a letter from the Lowell Sun, but it wasn't the bill. It was the tear sheet from our,
Gotcha.
Oh, so this is we can't pay this right now, though. This
How did
is-
we do that before? Did
Yeah,
we
it's next
say
fiscal year.
something
No,
about?
it's next fiscal year.
Yeah.
We can
You
sign
Okay.
it.
can sign it. It
Yeah.
just
Can't
can't be
do it
turned
until
in
the
yet.
start of the fiscal year. This
That's
is
correct.
2016.
Wasn't there a way that we did it last
No.
year? When we
Yes.
signed and
We
said-
signed
We signed
Or
it.
no, you can go backwards.
No.
No?
We can sign it today to approve it. It can't be submitted for payment until after July 1st. So we can sign it
Okay.
because we're here, or we can hold on to it for 3 meetings and sign it on July 13th. We can sign it,
Okay, got it.
and then on July 1st, it can be submitted for payment, because it's a fiscal year thing for
Okay.
next year. Yeah.
It's Jane that's gonna have to administer it, really. What's your preference? You want us to sign it now and get it
Sure.
out of the way? Might as
Yeah.
well.
That's what we did last year.
yeah, and
All right.
I'll submit
What-
it on July 1st.
Whatever their first warrant is for non-payroll, she'll put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So then do we date it today?
Doesn't
Or-
matter.
It doesn't matter? Okay,
We're approving it. It just
we
can't
can-
be fiscally paid for. That's fine.
okay.
Just our membership.
There you go. That was bills. All right, my dear Jane,
Thank you very much.
tell us about chicken.
Chicken, my favorite.
I know. Everyone's favorite.
I know. Well, I was asked to give chapter and verse, so here's chapter and verse. You can take one and pass it on.
So that's our status.
This
current
is your
statuses.
status update. And here's the whole enchilada. You can take this whole thing. Take one and pass it on. I sent out second notices to people
Yeah.
who have not
This is
renewed,
more
and
detailed.
they're listed on this list that you will get. I thought, I think I sent out the second notices on the 13th of May. I thought when I came in today, I'd have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
I did not. I had one message that a guy is sending it in. So, but other than that, and one message that a guy no longer has chickens,
okay.
but we still have, I think, 10 people with Matthews, 10 people.
Yeah,
Well, 9 or 10 people who do not have their permits in.
okay.
I have a bunch of permits to sign today,
Okay,
and these are the permits.
okay.
And I included the permit for the guy who called in, because I probably will get the permit tomorrow.
Okay,
Or
his
the check. I won't send it
Okay,
until,
okay.
but I thought we might as well just do that.
You know, I got your draft letter and kind of started marking it up and then went, wait a minute, I'm most likely not going to be the chair when this letter goes out.
Well,
So
you know, I
it's, what might be my taste to mark it up might be something different. So
Okay.
I would say send that to Heather. I think we can trim it down.
Okay. Well, I
A little
was
bit.
given the charge
Right,
to
I know.
have this letter ready
To have it ready.
to be
Right.
signed and
Yep.
mailed, ready to go. So
Yep.
I did my best.
Yep.
Um,
When did you send it? When did you get it?
I got it Thursday probably.
Thursday.
Well, probably
Wednesday
yeah.
or Thursday.
Came in on Thursday. The thing is, it's dated. This is the technicality
31st.
with it, right? It's dated the 31st.
I'm okay with that. We don't meet again until June 8th. And you can go back and watch the video. My concern is if the letter was ready today, we could just approve it and it could be sent out on the 31st. And we don't have to wait and have another discussion on June 8th because,
But we don't have to have that discussion anyway, because then we're sending out a letter dated May 31st with someone signing as chair who is not the chair
yeah.
of May 31st.
No, I understand. So
So-
where's the letter then?
The
You have
letter-
it? And you
No.
sent it to Pam at
Yep.
the end of last week?
I
I
did.
think I sent it Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
I
think-
remember is you said, I don't want to hear any more
I
about chicken.
really don't. In all
No.
due respect, this board spends too much time focused on chicken permits for what they
Correct.
cost
Correct.
and for the
I
public
said I
health threat
agreed
that
with
they
you.
pose.
Yeah, I don't think that it.
We want these
It
signed,
doesn't
though, correct?
require.
those need to be.
Yeah,
signed,
those
All
we
right,
can
I
send. Yeah.
I don't know if I can just jump in here, but it seems appropriate. Somebody came over today and gave me one. For,
Oh,
Awesome.
Is it a renewal
Who is
or a brand new?
David Rockwood.
okay, he's a renewal.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so
And
this
it-
one we have.
Through you, Heather, as far as I'm concerned, anything that needs to be signed,
Also, I know.
Yeah.
I'll take care
you
of it.
sign yours, but if
Take
it
care of
needs
it.
me to sign it, just leave it in the mailbox.
These are,
Anytime
these actually
that
Those are
Yeah.
second notices.
Those,
Those
I
are
refer,
the second, I'm talking about the one where we find them.
No, no, no. This is, right, this is the, it's ready to go on May
You haven't
31st
reviewed
letter.
this yet, though. Did you, you just said you didn't have a chance to trim it
No,
down.
I reviewed it
I would
and
take,
then,
if you,
said-
yep, I would be probably fine with whatever you did. Or if not, give me a clear directive.
Yeah.
What
I need to
I-
look at this.
right, what I wanted to take out of there was,
I'm short and
rather than
sweet.
I think rather than asking them to come in on the 8th of June, what we should say is that, something like you must contact us to tell us that you do not have chickens, or we're going to begin fining you. And if you want to come in on the 8th, then you can do that.
Well, I
to
do
explain.
say that they need to come in and tell us why, that they need to contact us.
Yeah, I think what I didn't see there was just an option to just email us anything. Tell us you don't have the chickens anymore.
Yeah, there is,
Okay.
there is. There's two options.
Okay, maybe it is the right thing. Could I just have one of those?
Yeah, give me a second.
Because they're all the same. And
And those are the second
Yeah,
notices.
these are the
I
second
sent out.
notices,
I
yeah.
sent those out.
Yeah.
And I thought after I sent those out, and I put second notice on the envelope, so.
yeah,
I thought that, I'd get some response.
you might still. Because if this went out the 13th, what was that, Wednesday? Maybe they got, there may still be people that just mailed them Saturday or, maybe even today.
But it's pretty serious to inflict a $100 a day fine on people. And so I plan to be calling everybody this week because,
Yeah, I don't even need them to come in. We can just start threaten to fine them. I mean, because I don't have a problem with it. It's not
Okay.
personal.
All right.
They agreed to comply with our regulations when they applied to have a permit. And so it's not personal to me whatsoever. I don't have any problem telling them. If you want to call them all this week and tell them that as of June 1st, they're going to get fined $100, I bet you your door will be darkened.
Actually, you're right, it does include that, the option, so those can go back, by the way.
Yeah. If you
But I
reviewed the
did
letter.
soften
I'm
it,
fine with
say-
signing these.
No, I mean, I'm okay with it if I'm perfectly fine with that.
Well, I didn't say, I said as of our meeting on the 8th, because if somebody had, I just,
No, I know. I think I was just, when I was reading it in order, it kind of seemed like we want you to come on the 8th, but then if you don't have any animals anymore,
If you
tell
sign
us in writing.
these and you hold them until May 31st and we're reorged between now and then, it doesn't matter.
okay.
I would sign them. I would be okay with that with you because they were done. I'm
Okay.
perfectly
So
fine with
this,
that.
Bridget, you just handed in this one, so this one
Right,
first
right.
on the list is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we don't have to reprint.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's not that.
That's fine.
And also, we've got a complaint about somebody who has chickens who does not have a permit.
Right.
I sent him an invitation to get a permit. His chickens were tearing up his neighbor's lawn and garden. So we probably need to send somebody over.
Did you call Carlene?
I think I did.
Well, wait a minute, hang on if I might. Is this somebody brand new?
Yes. Somebody,
Bridget always does the
a
first
complaint,
inspection.
just a complaint. I think Carlene or
It doesn't matter, whatever you want.
But is it somebody, you always do the first inspection on the,
In the past, I
on
have,
new, yeah, yes,
if you want
yes.
me to take a ride over tomorrow in
We-
the morning.
I have, this first I
That's
heard about,
fine.
if they're loose and tearing up somebody's yard?
I don't know.
Where is it?
It's at 45 Groton Shirley Road. It's at the bottom of the list in red.
So
Oh, did you get one of these?
the second copy in here, we don't need to sign that, right? That's just a
No, it's
for the
just
file.
a,
Okay.
it's just a copy.
And
So did you tell Carlene or did you not? Because this came
I
in on
did.
the 5th.
I
Okay,
did.
okay. And did she report back yet?
No.
Because it's the 18th. That's 2 weeks later, so I have an issue with Carlene then. We'll have to
I
speak
will
with
check to
her.
make sure, I'm pretty sure. I'm really good about emailing. I wouldn't want to stake my life on it.
So we can talk tomorrow offline.
As a routine thing, I do email. I think Bridget can tell you that I'm a communicator.
Well, Jane, I'm really trying to avoid this conversation with you in a public meeting, but between the water issue that you were unsure of at the last meeting, and remember when the people didn't have water and you were unsure if you emailed Bridget, and today with an animal complaint that you are not sure if you
Heather?
emailed Carlene?
I'm really sorry, but I have a habit of not being emphatic about things. I did email Bridget about the water.
I know you did. That's what I said.
I did, and I probably should say emphatically, yes, I did tell Carlene.
So then
Yes,
we
I
have an
did tell
animal
Bridget.
inspector that hasn't responded to a complaint in 2 weeks. So how does the board want to handle that?
I think we should contact.
Well, the one person I don't know, but always does something is Miss Bridget, so.
I'll reach out to
Okay.
Carlene tomorrow.
These are ready, just, I didn't pull out Rockwood,
Okay.
so,
I'll take care of
yeah,
that.
Rockwood is
Thank
still
you.
in there.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So, I
Did you take it right
can,
out there tomorrow?
I will find out from, or I will send Carlene an email and see what the story is, why she
I will.
didn't look at that.
I'll do
You
it
will?
tomorrow.
Oh, okay, all right, fine. That's great. Okay, any miscellaneous or action items? Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe we should move to Miss Bridget's stuff. Okay. All right, these are all coming back.
Okay.
Oh, here, I'm sorry, and I've got all your cookies that we're holding together, the nice neat bundles.
Thank you.
And the mail. Actually, I want to just hang on to the mail because it's got the... So what's going on, Bridget?
Not a heck of a lot. There were some housing complaints. I think it went in the last envelope for Washington Street. Did you get those letters? Okay.
Yeah.
We did have, so I have to follow up on those letters. We had a complaint from a storage company.
Yeah.
Did you, on
Yeah.
Bly Street?
Yeah.
So that letter, actually, I thought it was in this envelope, but I have to put that in for the next meeting.
Okay.
So that letter went out, and we have someone that is in the nursing service that helps us work with hoarding cases.
Okay.
So she's been called, and hopefully we can
Okay.
try and rectify this.
Okay. So you or that person would contact the resident?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And then there's also then a letter that goes,
Yep, I sent a
From
letter.
you.
So basically, I have a sort of a form letter that was sent out, just asking them to clean up the property,
okay,
see where it goes.
yeah,
If it doesn't go well within the next 7 days, then we'll send out an order.
mhm,
But what we didn't want to happen was the trailers that are on the property to be emptied out, because the guy that owns the trailers, the trailer company wants them back
right,
for non-payment.
right,
So that's the scoop on that. So hopefully we can.
yeah,
I'm trying to take notes and follow up here. So is this just a storage property, or there's a house there?
There's a house.
the house,
Is somebody renting the house?
Owns a house. Owner occupied.
Oh, the owner owns the house, he lives there, and then he rents space out?
No.
Or what?
The owner
No.
occupied home has trash in the yard. And there's
And
also
containers.
2 storage containers on the property, allegedly filled with stuff.
Are these the owners?
Yes.
Oh, well, I misunderstood then.
We're
I'm trying
assuming
to,
they're the owners because it's on the property. It's an owner occupied home.
with these storage containers with trash everywhere.
Storage containers, and then there's trash on the property.
Okay, gotcha.
The owner of the storage containers wants the containers back because there's been an issue of non-payment.
I gotcha. Okay.
So if the storage containers go, the trash is going to be left there.
right.
We don't want that.
Okay.
And what was the address?
It is 28 Bly. So let's just keep this one, Jane, in the property file
Okay.
for Bly.
And we did have complained on that before.
I thought so. It was
I didn't have.
kind of familiar.
Yeah, no, it was just a complaint with nothing.
No finding.
Yeah,
I think you drove down or something. I remember the Bly Street stands out.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
okay. And what else is going on?
This is a permit for temporary food.
Excuse me,
July.
bless you. Fourth of
Oh,
July. Yeah.
Excuse me. Is that it? That's it?
Brighton Beach, Florida. Wow.
Oh, so you're gonna re-inspect the 2 Washington Street properties?
Yeah, I have to go back by those.
I saw what you, I've run up that hill and I saw them. It looks just like an unclaimed thing, you know.
And that's it?
So, what, I'm sorry, I didn't hear on the 2 Washington Street, is everything straightened
I have
out?
to go back by.
You gotta go back.
We just send there's a form letter.
Right,
For some of
right.
these, it's just easier than sending an order right away.
Yeah,
I mean, there was stuff, but not,
yeah, not too bad. Then there was the fire code thing. I think we were just kind of copied on that as an
Yeah,
FYI.
we can't, unless we are invited in by the tenant, we don't have the
Yeah.
right of entry, so.
Yeah,
And to be quite honest, when I saw the pictures, I had no idea what I was looking at. I mean, it was just
yeah, I don't either really. It's an electrical
a box
thing, yeah.
in a house
Right.
that,
Yeah,
I mean, but if the tenant called us, obviously if there was something that was
Yeah.
in violation, it would have been cited, but then deferred to the fire.
right. Was that, how did that start out? Was that a tenant call or was it, I don't remember clearly how that one even started. Do you remember, Jane?
I got an email from the fire department notifying us that there was a problem with the property. And it had some attached pictures.
Yeah.
I forwarded the email, I believe, to you and to Heather, or not to Heather, but to Bridget, and then realized that somehow in the process of emailing, the pictures were not,
Yeah, sometimes the
hearing.
attachments don't go.
they didn't go.
Yeah.
So I sent a second email with the attachments, with the pictures. And then
Okay.
I heard back from Bridget.
Yeah,
Actually, I heard back from Bridget, and she said that unless, she,
Right,
that's what she
right.
just said.
okay.
I just wanted to be emphatic about that,
I print it out.
how it came.
Print it out and throw it in the property file.
I did.
Just, yeah, okay.
It's already.
Yeah, just so we have something for that
Yeah.
address.
May I ask Bridget, what is the follow-up with the old Hannaford property site? The last time you had contacted the owner, you want to,
I'm going out tomorrow
you are?
Nice.
Okay, good.
at 10:30.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Mhm.
What number are they on Fitchburg Road?
22.
22.
When we talked at our last meeting, you be as critical as you need to be to make sure we get a nice store that complies with what we need them to.
Okay.
Better to get it now than
Yeah.
Exactly.
chase them after, so.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else?
Were there any other properties that our questions, follow-ups?
We did have that Maple Street property, right? Was it Maple?
Maple Street, the certified came back unclaimed, but he got the letter because Alicia called me. He's trying to get some money through economic development or whatever it is to remove the lead. So we
Oh,
did.
they have a lead
Okay, right.
property thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get
That'll
money
get a
through
property
that.
owner's attention.
Yeah.
So, I know we got it, it's just, we can't legally, stop the countdown. So the way that the lead law is written, there's, I think it's 60, 90, 120 days to come into compliance, so you follow those timelines. But we depend on them to sign the certified, that's when the clock really starts ticking. So when the mail comes back, the certified,
Okay.
so we send it regular mail and certified. The certified comes back unclaimed, but the regular mail never does. So we know that he got it, and then whenever we call
Okay.
from Alicia, I do. So he has it. So I have that that date jotted down, so we'll start at least, I think, with that as.
Yeah,
some
that's
sort of
when you
timeline.
start the clock.
Yeah, so.
Okay. And the Willard Street water
The
issue
tenant never
is,
called, yeah. I mean, if the
Seems to
tenant
be
called,
resolved, yeah.
and we could go out and verify and follow up,
yeah,
but we were never contacted by the tenant, so.
okay.
I think that was all handled that
Right,
one
and
day.
then, yeah. then-
Yeah, that seemed like pretty fast.
Well, when the water department never called us back, was it Mark?
Yeah,
When he never called back, I was just under the assumption at that point, I thought he was gonna call me when I didn't get a phone call. I was just under the assumption at that point that they had worked it out and it was probably something that was temporary,
yeah,
so, and which it was.
Yeah.
So,
It was all taken care of that one.
yeah. Okay. So then this can all go back to Jane.
Thank you.
And do we,
For
No,
you, I
we
mean,
don't adjourn,
I would
right?
motion
No,
just
you
for,
don't.
can we recess though?
Is there, well, is there anything you wanted to
I
put
don't have
action
anything.
items for the next meeting?
Action items for the next meeting. I did say something earlier, didn't I?
Just to get them out and then we could
No.
just take a
No
5-minute
chickens at the next meeting.
break.
Oh, if there is a new animal control officer, that might be something, but that's
I don't-
not
yeah.
gonna happen
Yeah, I
between
don't
now
think
and
it
then.
can
I don't think it will either. One thing I could think of, Madam Chair, is that we mentioned back a few months ago, going through the volumes of paper to see what we can send in to the state to see if we can get rid of, because.
Oh,
Oh,
He says
to
it.
archive.
Yeah.
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 I know that in the past, and somebody that volunteered in the office, and he did a lot of good work for us, he said, why are you keeping some of these businesses? I said, because even though it's a new owner of the business, we have the same problems that we
Yeah,
had at
that's
that
right.
site.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
They're
have kept
property-based.
a lot of
Right.
that.
That's right.
Because what a lot of people don't realize is the owner of the building isn't necessarily, and the business owner, two different people.
Right.
And so we've kept a lot of those in the file.
Yeah.
But there's a tremendous amount, I think, and we could free up a lot of space. So that was something, Heather, that we had mentioned
Yeah, I don't know
before,
if
and-
we need it at a meeting item, right? I mean, that's just
No,
kind
no,
of like
but I said
an
I would
office
just like
project.
us, just as a,
Sure.
to start
sure,
as soon as
sure.
we get through some of this stuff and just, no, you could just look through and show us one night, just show us at another meeting, here's what we've done. I mean, that's just something to,
That's gonna be
to work
for
on.
Jane to kind of manage in the office, because
Yeah,
she's
how are you
there
doing up
3
there for
days a
space
week.
with all
I'm
the
actually doing fine.
transfer station stuff
Yeah.
cleared out a whole
Yeah.
bottom drawer, right?
Yeah, and it seems that things are pretty good. I mean, there are some things up there that are hardware kind of, big things.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
You're talking about the cabinets outside of the office, right? There's a
Well,
lot of
I was
paper
talking
cabinets.
about,
And they're-
just purging the files periodically and
Right.
getting rid of this stuff.
Right.
But we haven't done it for probably 2 or 3 years anyway.
Well, purging the files, the property files, it's good to have history in the properties.
Right.
Yeah, I
And-
would keep those.
And the businesses is very helpful because just as was just said, there's history, not just with the businesses or with the,
me
even
take
if
a-
they change.
We'll look at, we
Yeah.
can see what's up there.
But
We'll see what's up there.
I'm doing pretty good, I'm not feeling, there's a lot of stuff with the emergency preparedness
Right.
that are in those files.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I honestly, maybe Heather, you and I can go through, because you have a good sense of
I know that stuff. I
that
know,
stuff.
archive-wise, Mary's our girl as far as archived files. Like if there's truly anything up there that I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, I'll touch base.
Yeah,
The Dead Sea Scrolls aren't there. I
Yeah.
mean, we did purge the trash stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Feels like that freed up a lot of space.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. It's not a bad thing to look at.
Yeah,
The other thing,
yeah.
the other thing to look at, we can talk. Can we talk? I'm like recess? No, let's keep talking. The other thing I was thinking of is to start to think about our end of year, what we have left as far as money goes for the end of the year, because we have
Yeah.
2 board meetings left.
Yeah.
If we could start looking at maybe, and you don't have to have it for me tomorrow because it's like less than 12 hours away, or less than 24 hours away, is maybe
Yeah.
see where our budget balances are as far as what we have in our budget left. And then you and I can look at what we might need in the office. I mean, with that new printer that we have, I don't want to overbuy ink, by the
Right.
way.
that isn't a
Right.
new printer.
No, but the
Right.
used, the
That's
new one
borrowed.
office
That's
printers,
just
right,
borrowed
right.
for
But
right
if
now.
we need to buy 1 or 2, I don't want to overbuy ink because
Yeah.
I don't want it to. It was clearly a mistake in the past when we thought let's buy ink because
Yeah,
the printer died
yeah,
2
yeah.
minutes after we bought it all.
Yeah.
But let's look at that and then let's see what we have left as far as budget, and then we can start to think about it, even as a board.
Yeah.
I would.
I am putting in some extra hours because I missed 3 weeks of work in December.
Okay.
And we
Big wings,
discussed
okay.
that in
Yeah.
all the work with the foul permits and
So
stuff.
what-
It's been very time consuming.
So you're 15 hours a week. So what did you allow for more hours, Pam? Did we not discuss that as a board?
No, they're catch-up hours, I guess, is the best way to describe it, because
So
she
you
had
missed how
time.
many? Oh yeah,
She
you
was
missed your
sick
sick time.
for-
Right, I remember
yeah.
that.
I
Okay.
missed
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
All
were
right.
out
So
for a
in
while.
theory, it's 45 hours, right?
Right.
So you're making.
Yeah.
And where are you now, Pam?
I'm about even.
Where are you?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So we're
Okay.
all set.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
good. All right.
I've got about 40 hours yet to make up.
Really?
Yeah.
You had 45 hours. 3 weeks is 45 hours.
Right.
So
And
you've
I-
only done 5 extra hours?
Well, altogether,
because-
yeah, because, well, my last.
Oh, right, because
check,
then you went on,
I
then you went on
to-
vacation,
But I've
so.
got 10, we're 10 weeks or some, I don't know, I'll do an accounting more closely, but I was surprised that I hadn't been, I was very
If you, yeah.
conservative about
Sure,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you bringing it up now so the 3 of us can talk while we're all together. Because I think it's good to have this kind of discussion. So my thought was, and I was only chairman that first year, I was on the board for like 3 months, and it was like, here, do you want to be chairman? Was when you have a backup of hours like that, it's perfectly fine to try to use them. I think what we've tried to do is kind of create projects, if you will, to kind of use that time for. Because
Wisely.
it does end up being like almost like a little gift of time. You're giving yourself
Yeah.
the gift of time. And so maybe what you could do, and even just over the next week, is say, you know what, Heather, this could probably be done. If I had an extra day in the office, like we had different administrative assistants say, you know what, I'm going to pull it all out, and I'm going to, remember with Deb, would rebuild some
Yeah.
of the files that needed
Yeah.
files and labels, you know.
Yep.
And so I'm up for that kind of discussion. I think
Well,
it's
If I can just say, a couple meetings ago, we discussed this, and I've been using the extra time for all the time that it's taken
yeah.
to bird dog the fowl.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was,
So
right,
that's
and I know
why-
you're creating this thing.
And-
with
and-
Chuck.
Yeah.
That put some,
Yes.
those were some makeup hours.
Because I haven't used Excel in many years.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And it is your
Starting,
first
and I'm
round of
really-
renewals. I understand.
so we did discuss this.
Yep.
And
I didn't realize there was that many hours.
I have been using that extra time
Okay.
for all this foul stuff,
Yeah.
and it has been very time consuming.
It's your first year. I think when you come up to it next year,
Oh, I'll be more organized.
there'll definitely be a little bit of a less of a learning curve. I
Well,
agree
this
with
was
you.
this was the new, all the stuff
Yeah, I saw
here in
that.
yellow.
I saw
that
that.
was
Those
the
were her
Okay.
notes.
well, that was actually a new
And it was
project this
comprehensive,
year.
Yeah.
because I went through
Yeah.
every.
You have to go
Yeah.
back to the
Yeah.
original application.
Yes, I did, and I did
All right.
history. So, but
Yeah.
my
We
first
will.
cursory thing of my paychecks was I'm about even right now with boards, but I'll do chapter and verse for you, and because I want to do it for myself.
Sure.
That's easy enough to do.
Okay,
You're on, boss.
so it being 6:30
All the people.
p.m., I would like to call to order the public hearing for our proposed trash hauler regulations. It is 6:30 on Monday, May 18th, 2015. Can we have the reading?
Ken, Town of Ayer Board of Health public hearing notice. The Ayer Board of Health will conduct a public hearing on proposed solid waste hauler regulations in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 111, and 31, 31A, 31B, and 111, and any amendments and additions hereto. The hearing will be held in the Ayer Town Hall first floor meeting room on Monday, May 18th at 6:30 p.m. The regulations will define the requirements for any company engaged in the collective hauling of solid waste from residential, municipal, or commercial customers in the town. Copies of the regulations will be on file with the town clerk and available on the website. And this was in the Public Spirit on May 8th and May 15th.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay. Well, I think if you would go ahead and start.
Okay, let's do
Maybe.
I'll give a quick summary of these regulations. The regulations came about because it was actually brought to our attention, if we go back far enough, by our DPW superintendent, that we really should have some more specific regulations governing solid waste hauling within the town. And what we did was go to some surrounding towns and look at other regulations, pulled information from, a whole bunch of sources, the Mass General Laws and the CMR sections that govern solid waste hauling and trash disposal, as well as information that was available on the Mass Associated Health Boards, MAHB website. So that was really the core of these regulations. And what the regulations do are they have a lot of definitions for the terms that are used herein. But essentially they set forth regulations that would have to be followed by any company or business entity that is going to collect and or haul trash. Trash being euphemism for solid waste within the town of Ayer. It defines requirements for a permit. There will be an annual permit. It will be issued effective the 1st of January each year. So it would expire December 31st of the prior year. This will be our first year implementing this, so we will be calling for applications to come in no later than November 1st of this calendar year, and the application we will make available on the Town of Ayer Board of Health website. The annual fee for the, not certificate really, but permit, is going to be $100. And that is per hauler, it's not per truck. We will have a way of assigning numbers to the permits that will be associated with a particular hauler. We do ask in the application for information in general on the kinds of trucks that they're using, but some towns actually issue a specific permit to each truck, and we're not going to do that. We're going to issue it to the hauler. There are some requirements in here, even if you're not picking up trash or solid waste in the town of Ayer, while you're transporting such waste through the town on any of the roads, public roads, streets, the container or truck that you're carrying it in, whether that be a roll-off dumpster that you've now pulled onto the flatbed, or if it's a collection vehicle similar to that used for weekly collections, all of the solid waste has to be protected from flying off the truck or falling off the truck. We have the ability to levy fines if there are violations of that. The regulation also has a few kind of housekeeping provisions, such as placement of dumpsters. We want dumpsters or solid waste containers to be in a location where it's not going to affect the health or safety of residents or the public. It's not going to obstruct the view or flow of traffic. They should not be located on, preferably not located on a porous surface. So ideally they should go on asphalt, concrete, or compacted gravel. That's if it's a permanent dumpster, such as that used by a business or a residential complex. Temporary dumpsters are still allowed. They can go on any surface, and temporary dumpsters, you need to get a permit from the Ayer Fire Department for the placement of those. So temporary or temporary construction dumpsters, as they're often called, are specifically excluded from this regulation. So this is like your weekly collection and pickup, or every other week collection and pickup, or, as I said, a dumpster that it's owned by a business or a complex. There are some restrictions in here for where such dumpsters can be placed in reference to residential or commercial doorways, windows. They need to be 5 feet away from property lines, 5 feet away from windows and doors, vertically and horizontally. And they just need to be maintained, in good repair and looking good. And this is not specific to the Ayer regulation. This actually is a DOT requirement, but the name and I believe it's just telephone number, although a lot of containers I've seen do contain additional information, but the name of the hauler that owns that container needs to be actually on the container. The other restrictions in here are that for a residential zoning district, the collections are limited to after 7 a.m. and must end by 7 p.m. And I think that's about it as far as restrictions, I think, on the time. We expect all of the permitted solid waste haulers to offer recycling to residents. It's up to the company, the solid waste company, if they want residents to, or businesses to put recycled materials in a separate container, or any number of separate containers. If they have single stream, that's wonderful. If they don't, and they need different materials to be separated, that's fine. Companies are also asked to provide some educational materials to their customers regarding recycling, the importance of recycling, and instructions on how to do it if you're asking your customers to do any separation of recycled materials. The permit applications, as I said, will be available on the website. There is a requirement in the permit application that these companies, or any company obtaining a permit, provide some proof of liability and workers' compensation insurance offered by an insurance company that's licensed to offer such insurance within the state of Massachusetts, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And there are some dollar limits contained in here for comprehensive general liability. It's $1 million combined single limit for bodily injury and property damage, and also $1 million combined single limit for bodily injury and property damage for vehicle insurance. And all of this says that the town, the Board of Health, all will be indemnified and held harmless from any damages that are done by a hauler operating under their permit. They are responsible for any problems that happen, even if they are permitted. And finally, there are some specifications in here for late fees, for violations. First violation of just the general requirements for maintaining your permit on time are $50 per day, and then it goes up to $100 fines. The fines for violating other more substantial portions of the regulations, such as not containing your trash properly, or not placing your dumpster properly, that's a little steeper, that's $1,000. And finally, there are variances permitted. That is at the discretion of the Board of Health. We would ask that anyone seeking a variance, whether it be a company, a trash hauler company, or somebody utilizing their services, would notify the Board of Health, state specifically what variance you are requesting, what portion of this regulation that you're requesting a variance from, and what you would like that variance to be. And none of this has anything to do with town-sponsored or town-paid curbside pickup. This has nothing to do with that. There is no town-wide curbside pickup. This would only apply to individuals and companies that are contracting on their own with a trash hauler to provide either curbside pickup or dumpster trash collection and hauling. And that is the
You did a very good job at
5-minute
summarizing
summary.
that. You did a very good
summary.
job at that, by the way. You own this regulation, by the way.
I lived with this regulation
You
for
own
way
this
too long.
regulation. I don't have any questions on the regulation myself, and our public doesn't seem to have any. I would say I think you did a good job at taking what started as a larger document and concatenated it down, and there was some compromise and some understandings and some, a lot of consultation back and forth. And so, let me just ask procedurally, because I didn't adopt a regulation while I was as chairman. What happens
Neither have I.
after, process-wise? Once we adopt this, does this have to go to the AG's office or anything? I know if it was a bylaw, it has to go. But does it have to go anyplace after we adopt it?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, please.
When we did the moratorium
Yes.
on the wells, we had the public hearing and we solicited a lot of information for that. Then we adopted it
Right.
afterwards.
Yeah.
With these regulations, and Bridget might have a second opinion on this, but we've already put this through town council.
It has been through council.
Yes, just for
He's
yeah.
he's
And it's been through
reviewed this.
DEP. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would think that we could adopt these tonight.
Yeah, they do, if I remember correctly, because I haven't done it for a long time, they do have to go somewhere after this. I can forward them, I think it's DEP.
Yes, I believe a copy does have to go to DEP.
I thought I read something. I just wanted
But
to
they
make
she
sure.
commented on
I think it
it.
might just be a checkbox though. Like
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
we adopt
We
them,
adopt them, they have to get
they just
They get a copy, so.
Correct. But I mean,
They just kind of have it on Friday.
during this whole process,
Right.
we
That's
sent
right.
it in there.
We sure
And
did,
in
Mary.
one of the things that town council was in agreement with me on
Yeah.
something there, and
Yeah.
so this has been vetted.
Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
vetted. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
want to make sure if we have to like cross a T and make sure a copy gets to a repository for, because I know like if it was, this isn't a bylaw, but if
That's
it was a
correct.
bylaw, they have to go to the
Town.
state's office to
Well, it
get
has to go to town
get it.
meeting, the
Right,
bylaw.
town meeting, but
Yeah.
after it's adopted, it has to go to the AG's office for
Correct.
verification or
Correct.
something. I just want to make sure that at the regulation level, we as the elected board can say, this is it. And
One more thing, if I may.
Yes.
When we talked, when Bridget was here, about the
Bridget,
inspection sticker, because we need to buy those, that would be
Did
another
we
thing.
talk about stickers or just printing out something? For
Well,
the-
I don't think we had talked about several things. Colored stickers, printing, I mean, they have to say something that you can see.
I thought you said you were gonna print something.
I think what we were
I
gonna
don't
do is-
know.
I think
If we
talked about
formalize-
printing out the permit and putting the burden on the hauler to say, our permit has to be in every truck in Ayer
Right.
that comes through Ayer, like, because they'll have a binder.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, when you see this, you
Yeah.
want to be able to see on it that it says Town of Ayer. And how are we going to do the year? That's what, we went back and forth on that, remember?
Yeah.
You remember the discussion, Bridget? Because I had asked you what was done in other towns.
Did they
Because-
sticker?
And we talked about different
Right.
colors for different years, but it has to say Town of Ayer.
The haulers, we do stickers,
Septic hauler.
yeah. But I think I thought what you decided was to do something that was printed up and left in the truck.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we would print something for them.
Well, I don't think we finalized it. That's what I'm trying to
So
get
I
some.
think for me, I wouldn't want us to have to buy stickers every year
Right.
and get so many stickers out to each hauler company to sticker their vehicles, where we can put
Right.
the burden on them to say, here's your permit, if you have a fleet of 15 cars, you'd better make 15 copies, and it better be in whatever truck.
Mm-hmm.
If we happen to see, and we would have a list of all the permitted trucks. That's how we did it in Acton too.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will print up something when they
And they
pick
can
up
have
the,
it. Yep,
well, they'll come in for the,
They'll fill out the
Application.
Yeah.
yeah.
you'll take a look at the trucks? Or what? How are we gonna do this?
Did you decide what you wanted to do?
That's what I'm saying. We gotta
Well, I-
clarify everything.
don't
I mean,
think
I'm
that-
making a list right now. I'm up to 15 companies and counting.
I don't
Right.
think that we have to do the inspection, I just think that we have to be notified.
You have to
They're more
notify.
registered.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
so they'll submit the paperwork that they
Right.
have, that's required in
Right.
these regulations, liability insurance, blah, 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 blah.
Right, that's right.
We'll take that
Yeah.
and then issue them their certificate, whatever it
Yeah.
is that we decide, and then they keep that with them in the
Yep.
event that they're pulled over by the
That's
police
right.
or whatnot.
Right.
So let me ask you another thing. Through you.
Through all of us.
When we have these permits, since our office is only open 15 hours,
Yeah.
are we going to give some over to Neshoba Board of Health? And then she'll send them over here? Or how will you want to arrange this so that we don't have any confusing situations? Because when you start something new the first year, there can
a good
always
question.
be
Well, we have,
confusion.
we do have in the regulation that we have 60 days to act on an application.
Correct.
So I think 60 days is sufficient time, and I think that's why we made it 60 days, if I remember correctly, so that they can all go through our office, the application can come in, we can review it against the checklist of what needs to be in the application,
Well,
create the file.
I think also too, is because according to the state, you have to give them ample opportunity to get all this. So I'm not want to say let's wait until the 60th day. I'm asking how we want to do this so that we can avoid any confusion, especially a first-time rule or regulation can always be, and probably will, the second
Yeah,
year
sure.
probably
Yeah.
will be nothing,
I would,
but this is going to be.
Discussion only here, we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
just discussing
Sure.
things, you know, we're gonna have the application available on the website, so we can point to that for a hauler that's not local. We'll have, obviously, we can mail out to our first master list,
Right.
right, because there's gonna have
Yeah.
to be some kind of a communication plan.
Right.
I believe they should come back here to our office
Yep, I agree.
for, and what we could do for the sake of, you know, if you can create an application checklist, making
Mhm.
sure that they've sent in the proof of their liability, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, we're gonna see an inundation of obviously the initial applications
Mhm.
because we're gonna have a lot of those. And
Yeah.
so, the question that I have along those lines is, you know, I work right now in a little bit of an environment where they might give me 4 out of 5 things every time, by the way, every stinking
Yep.
time. And you're like, hey, I need the 5th thing. 'Cause
Right.
without the 5th thing,
Right.
it's a go or no go situation, you know. So what I don't want to see poor Jane chasing down that 5th document every time
Yeah.
Joe garbage hauler comes into town. And so I think I'd like to see how they come in. And you know, maybe we make a folder and you take a look at them every Monday. If they, for the initial launch,
Yeah.
right? Because we're looking at a launch of a new program.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Maybe we just stamp them in, staple them, and leave them on the desk. And when Bridget comes in on Monday,
Mhm.
she's like, all right, this looks like he's got everything but
Mhm.
X.
Yeah.
I don't think, it doesn't look like there's a lot that we're really asking them. A lot of the stuff's gonna be on the application. They're gonna have to
Right.
attach a couple of documents,
Right. Right.
proof of their insurance, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
The check.
you make that checklist that goes right on the front of it.
Yeah.
Check, check, check.
Yep.
Could be like we
Right.
can,
Yeah.
I think we'll have to work those kinks out a little bit, but it is a good question, and I think that we can figure out what the kinks are gonna be. Is it gonna be that every single hauler has to contact their insurance company to send us the proof of liability?
Right. Right.
And is there a lag? And that's what that 60 days is for.
That's right. Yeah,
But I
yeah.
also think that we could also, instead of having Jane and Bridget chasing, we say it's either complete or it's not, and we're sending it back to you.
Right. Right.
And, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you're operating in town without a permit, so we're gonna find you.
Well, that's why I said
That's it.
I'd like to
Right.
start earlier for the first
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
says here, you know, renewals, you
Mhm.
need to notify them by
Well,
November
that's a good-
1st.
It's a good discussion point, because I think that if we're looking to have the permits effective January 1st,
Yes.
and we are in May right now. Of course, we have plenty of runway to get the application ready, to get the application checklist ready, to
Yeah.
get maybe a draft letter with your list of people and get it kind of started. Now, we could send it out as early as September to see how quickly they come back.
Yep.
I
for
would,
January.
I would like to send it out no later than September.
I would say
Only
September
because
1st.
it's the first time,
the
and
end
a
of
lot
the-
of
it's the
them
end
might
of the-
say, oh, I don't do it there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, yes,
let's
you do.
work on that as a group.
Yes.
If we can all agree that between the application and the checklist, you know, the checklist is really just going to be picking off boxes of things that are on. Is it there or is it not?
Right.
Application and the checklist and the initial communication letter. I'm happy to take a crack at that. You know me, I love writing letters.
Yeah.
The
That would,
initial communication to the haulers, I'm happy to take a pass at it.
sure.
And at the risk of committing any open meeting violations, I could send it to Jane, who could send it to you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And so, but you know what I mean? Like, we can wordsmith it, or, you know, have a
Yeah.
draft, just a working draft that we all just kind of pick at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can
And
finish
let's
off
launch
what I
for
have for the
September.
permit.
So we meet, let's have everything ready. If I were to, you're still kind of chairman until we're done with this whole thing. Let's look to have it potentially for the August 10th meeting. Just to look
that's
at and
reasonable.
make sure we have everything together. Because that gives us less than a month before we want to launch the communication. And then it'll give us a date, because I'm like you, I need deadlines to drive
Yeah,
my
yeah.
deliverables sometimes. So we'll have that as an agenda item, and I'll actually put it in my calendar too to make sure I recall that with, yeah. And we'll work together through it, Mary, because I think if we see that it's gonna be a little bit of a, gonna take some time, at least we
Yeah.
have the first 4 months to get through them. Okay.
Well, I think that the checklist, I had envisioned the checklist being something that they would actually attach to their,
Right.
to their.
Do you
permit.
have
Are
this?
all
Do
the
you have this?
following.
That's fine. Put it on
Then-
them. Perfect.
That'll gives us an easy way, and I'm thinking that I could even combine the checklist. I was sort of thinking of two different documents, but I really think it can be one, which would be kind of everybody's gonna have an email address that,
Right.
that they provide
That's
for
right.
this. So what Jane can do is, if we put some check boxes and, sign-offs, we could actually make this kind of cool where, because it's a 60-day process, they submit all their information. Jane can check off a box saying, we received it, it's complete, we're processing it. Or, received incomplete, it's not being
These are your
processed. Yeah,
deficiencies.
here it's back, yeah, here are your
We'll
deficiencies.
take a look.
provide
You know what,
the
I would be, if you have the application started
Yeah,
and
I
you
do.
want to kind of take a crack at it and then maybe even just submit it for, it doesn't have to be on the agenda for any kind of formal discussion, but if you have a working draft ready and you want to
Yeah,
hand it
sure.
off.
I can do that. And I did find in here, this is in the Mass General Laws, is Department of Environmental Protection shall maintain in one location copies of all city and town sanitary codes, rules, regulations. So I would assume this kind of falls under that, so this would go
Yep.
into
Okay,
DEP,
good.
so they put it with all their other copies.
So how do we want to do this? This
So-
is a drafted copy, so do you want to wait until the next meeting and have a clean copy and adopt it then?
I personally do not.
We can vote to adopt it and just have a clean copy presented.
Yes, I would like to make a motion that we adopt the regulations as put forward tonight, since we had an initial draft sent into Mass DEP. These have all been proofread by town council. We've incorporated any suggestions that he's had.
Yep.
Our health agent has worked on this, and I would like to make a motion that we adopt them tonight, and they will go forward later, and you'll be working on getting the master list and anything. As soon as we get a clean copy, we can mail it right off to Mass DEP, so they'll be aware
Yeah.
of this too.
Second.
Okay?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so as passed, we will adopt the solid waste hauler regulations. One question, I assume it's going to show up here as adopted with today's date.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it also effective today's date, or is it effective?
It's effective immediately.
Well, we don't have permitted folks
Right.
yet, but you know what?
Is
The
it effective
regulation-
the end of the year? or-
No, the regulations are,
Yep.
we adopted them now. Per Mass General Law, they start on January 1st.
That's
and
what I
town
mean, so it's-
council made it. We've adopted the regulations. They will go into effect for
January
trash haulers January 1st
right.
because they work
That's
on a
right.
calendar year.
That's
Town
right.
council
So
made
it's-
us aware of that.
Adopted
remember?
today,
Yeah.
effective January 1st.
Yeah,
You're
so
all
you got
set.
that, Jane, for
Yeah.
this? Yeah.
Adopted versus effective, correct.
Yeah.
Great.
So we adopt it today and it
Adopted
goes
today.
into effect January 1st.
January 1st,
Of
2016.
Now, do you have
Oh
this
my
watermark
gosh.
copy, or does Jane?
Huh?
Do you
Jane
have
does.
this? Oh, all right.
Oh,
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
electronic
Okay.
copy of this.
So what we could do is, just at our next board meeting, and it doesn't need to be an agenda, you can just bring a clean copy and the three of us will sign it then.
There's just,
I can go up right now and.
No, I think,
no, that's, there's just one typo that I noticed in this, and it was probably me that made it, and it's that we have there's an extra zero where we cite this CMR 19.006, and then it shows up a couple of times later as .0006. I only really see it in two places on the front. So, on the
Thank you
first
very
page, I
much,
think
Bridget,
that's it.
for attending tonight.
Yeah, so you could just take out one of those.
Oh, 'cause so there should only be 2 zeros?
There should be 2 zeros, yeah.
So it'd be 19
Dot 006, yeah.
Okay,
So the first citation is correct, it's the
Okay.
second two.
all right.
Not too many zeros.
Okay.
Is Bridget,
I'll do it and scrub that.
Jim is having the meeting, is it the third?
Close public hearing.
Thursday?
Yeah, I think we have to adjourn our public
We're not
hearing.
100%
No, we don't.
Not yet,
No,
not
yet. Are we through doing it? We never adjourn. When you adjourn, everything ends.
Right, you can close the
You
public hearing.
close it. Are we all through discussing?
I believe so.
So I make a motion, we close the public hearing.
Second to
Second.
closing the public hearing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll get you the
Public
name.
hearing is
Oh,
closed.
okay. Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure I get it down this,
And that was
since
at
we had no
7 to
spring, summer
6:59.
This is closing.
the
So
public hearing.
yeah, so I don't have any other business for the board.
I just wanted to make sure everybody is going to be around or just
I actually was
reviewing.
looking at it as well. I'm actually scheduled to be out of town June 30th through July 7th, which doesn't conflict with any board meetings.
Okay.
And then I have like a long weekend in August, but I don't believe it conflicts with any board meetings.
Okay.
My only travel would be if anything came up for work, which I know plenty ahead of time. It might be in October, but I don't have anything
That's
yet.
okay. I just
And then
wanted-
my annual trip in January, but I'll have those dates.
Yeah,
So,
as we get close.
yeah, I'm pretty much a homebody.
Okay,
So,
I think, so we're all set on these. You're gonna get everything cleaned up.
being
Gonna
happy to
follow
sign. Yep.
through on
Yep.
everything. Bridget, I just wanted to say several of those properties on West Main Street are looking very nice. Yeah. And sometimes, if I could just make this mention, Heather, that a lot of times people see a property, for example, and they think, what's the matter with the Board of Health? Why aren't they doing their job? And they don't understand that just because a property is messy is not necessarily Board of Health, that if it's containers and tires with standing water and stuff, Bridget can do that, but there are other things that doesn't concern
well, I
our
agree with
boards
you,
too.
and I think it really is important, and you know, for the folks playing the home game, it really is a fine line between the right to personal property and protecting the public health, and people can have their property to a certain degree. They have the right to that.
That's true.
And, you know, however, when you enter into owning property, you enter into kind of at least entering into a contract to maintain it to a degree that it doesn't threaten public health. And I think sometimes you're right. There is a line that gets crossed sometimes, but just because a property might not look good doesn't imply public health. And I think we do a pretty good job at addressing that. I think,
And sometimes there's other departments that it does concern
Correct.
besides us. But,
correct. And I think our board over the last few years, gosh, especially our first year on the board and my first year as chair, you know, we got into it pretty good with some properties, and I was pretty proud of the work we did as a board, and then as we did as a joint board. And I'm open to continuing those discussions as long as we work within the scope of our authority. And I think we're pretty well versed in where that is. So, no, appreciated, Mary.
So,
Yeah, agreed.
if that's all, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn at 7:03.
All right, second.
My motion's made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.